Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. How are you? How are you, ladies and gentlemen? Are you fine? Thank you for joining the call tonight. Yes, we love you so much. Yes, thank you for joining the call tonight. Yes, thank you. Thank you for joining the call. I'm also here to learn. Yes, I'm also here to learn, and our guest speaker, Coach Mo, all the way from Johannesburg in South Africa. I'm going to go and see this guy in South Africa because very committed, and I love his commitment. We don't pay him. He comes here every day to make sure that we learn. Thank you so much. Can we drop some love hearts for Coach Mo? Yes, he's already on the call. He's one of our consistent trainers, ladies and gentlemen. And today, he's going to teach us a lot. Thank you so much, Coach Mo Pure. We, the people all over the world, yeah, we really love you so much. Thank you. Very nice. Even me, we love him. Yeah, we love him so much. I want to go to Johannesburg. I'm going to go to Johannesburg to find a great man. Yes, this great man. Very soon I will tell you. I must go to South Africa. Yes. You know, I have already entered the modes of traveling. So our people in our next destination is going to be Ginger. Okay. So very soon we shall be announcing where we shall have our event in Ginger, that is Eastern Uganda. So people from Eastern Uganda, we shall do Ginger, continue up to Mbale. We shall continue up to that side. Yes, people of Eastern Uganda, we are coming to your area. People of Iganga, that side we are coming. Then after Ginger, we shall do Mbarara and Kampala. Then I'll be done with Uganda. And so we shall now start traveling to different countries. Hope to see you in your city, in your area, in your country very soon. Okay. Sir, please take over. Thank you, ladies and
All right. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Yeah. It's an amazing and wonderful family that we have. Yes. Yes, I was hearing Coach Julius wanting to come to Johannesburg. So you need to come this time of winter so that you experience winter this side. Yes. You needed to come during winter time. Otherwise, you may find out that I'm that side. Yes. Because I'm also looking at that side. So let's see who comes first. All right. Greetings and good evening, ladies and gentlemen. I hope I'm loud and clear. If you can hear me, yes. Oh, it means I'm loud and clear because I can see the reactions in the chat box. Yes, I can see the reactions in the chat box. All right. So welcome everybody and thank you for making this time to be with us here as a family meeting of crypto ambassadors. Yes, this is a family meeting of crypto ambassadors. We do not allow people who does not have a license to be in this family meeting. We make sure that everyone who is joining this family meeting is got a license. So yes, get seated. We will keep learning as things are changing every day. Yes, we saw Bitcoin rising to 109. Yes, we saw Bitcoin getting to $109,000. I don't know. What do you see yourself? What do you see yourself becoming? Yes. But when you see Bitcoin getting to 109, when we say we are getting to $200,000, I don't know if you are able to see with the eyes of your mind what we are talking about. So, ladies and gentlemen, you are in the right space. You are in the right space with the right system and with the right community. So make sure that you are always plugged in when we are having these family meetings, because sometimes we share information. Yeah, latest information. Sometimes Leader Julius will come here with latest information before any Zoom meeting. So don't miss these family meetings. Yes, as we are inviting others to join us on the platform, understand that this community is a very committed community. It has got a system, it has got strategies, it has got a vision, it is well focused. So you are in the right place with the right leadership. Yes, so let's get into our training for today. This is Coach Mopiwa joining you from Johannesburg. Yes, it's cold tonight. It's freezing tonight. I'm telling you, yes, if you have never been to cold countries, then you cannot live in Johannesburg, especially at this time of the season. Yes, I know my leader is here. Some of the guys that are joining here, they know what I'm talking about, and I'm sure they can give me some reactions in the chat. Okay, so let's get into our training for today. We are still doing, what do we call it? Yes, we are still learning, or we are still making a progress on how to use indicators, built-in indicators in Royalq, right? We are still looking at how to use built-in indicators in Royalq. So one of the amazing indicators that we have been looking at is the MACD. And the reason why we are so focused on the MACD, it is because it is really producing good results, especially with the current market that we have been experiencing. All right, I can see that there is a change lately in the market, but the market was not so good. So that's why we were focusing on teaching the community how to enter the market using the MACD indicator. right? So probably someone has been asking, why do you always teach about the MACD, the MACD, the MACD? Yes, we've got everything for every season. Yeah. So we are going to look at the MACD indicator one more time, as we are still taking trades with our amazing Royalq robot. Yes, I wish I should not be long here. Yeah, so that people can go and trade and make some money as the market is changing. Yes. So let's get into our sharing for today. I'm sharing my screen so that we get into the MACD indicator. Yeah, we can see latest information that that is coming in crypto ambassadors when it comes to margin configuration settings. I don't know if you have seen that. To those that are consistent in attending our Zoom trainings, you'll discover that the issue on how to set margin calls, how to configure our margin calls, yes, it is becoming as simple as drinking water. Yes. So we are finding tools that are simplifying our business. So if you have been attending our Zoom trainings lately, you discover that we don't have a problem now on how to do our margin configuration settings. Yes, you can do it by yourself. You don't need to come here and then we teach you that. We only show you how you can do it, right? I'm simply saying that each and every day something new is coming. So if you can leave these trainings for a week, for 2 weeks, for 3 weeks without coming, you are going to miss a lot. I bet you on that one. You are going to get lost. Yes. Ask those who left Royalq and they are coming back. They don't know what Royalq is all about now because Royalq has changed. All right, let me go to the training. Is my screen visible? Is my screen visible? If it is visible, give me a 1 in the chat. If my screen is visible, let me do this. I don't trust the network sometimes. Yes, let me do this before I share my screen again. Let me do this. I don't own a network company. I don't own a network company, so anything can happen. Yes, so let me do this. Making some other leaders here to be my co-host. Let me make some other leaders here to be my co-host. Yeah, so that they can help me to manage the platform. Yes. So when you become a co-host, make sure that you are working hand in hand with me so that when I get kicked out of the Zoom, then when I come back, you should be able to look for me and bring me on this platform again. Yes, you shouldn't be sleeping. You shouldn't be sleeping. All right. That is a joke. That is a joke. I said it's a family meeting. Okay, let me share my screen. Then we get into MACD indicator. Yes, MACD indicator, one of the amazing indicators that we use in Royalq so that we can enter a particular trade. MACD indicator can help us, yes, give a direction when it comes to our robot to enter the market, right? So let me bring the MACD indicator live from our trade. Hey guys, I'm back. I'm back. I'm back. My apologies. My apologies. My apologies, guys. Yes, it's like I was prophesying. You see, when I was making other leaders co-host, it's like I was prophesying. Yes, yes, yeah. That's why I told you you need to borrow me. If you are having a strong village people, borrow me so that mine, when they come trying to take me out of the Zoom, I should use yours to defend. Yes, I should use yours to defend. So if yours are very strong, we need to swap. We should swap, especially when I'm doing Zoom. All right, let's go back to business. Let's go back to business. Let me see. You see, yes, let's go back to business. Uh, I need to look for leaders that are having very good network so that they can be my co-host here. I don't know who is having a very good network. They needed to support me here because all my co-hosts also, when I got kicked out, they were also out of the Zoom. They were also out of the Zoom. So I need co-hosts that are having also good network. Yes, but nevertheless, we focus on the better side. We focus on the better side. We don't focus on negativity. We don't focus on negativity. Yes. So we will continue. We will continue. Let me make some other leaders here to be my co-host because I know Leader Julius might be in and out, in and out. So in case he's not here, I'll be able to continue with the business of the day. Yes. All right. So we are going to proceed from where we were. I was sharing my screen so that we can go and look at the MACD indicator, how we can make use of it, especially when we are making first entry with our Royalq robot. All right, because the MACD indicator is one of the best indicators in the market when it comes to giving us or predicting market direction. Yes, when it comes to predicting market direction, MACD is one of an indicator that we can recommend that you should be familiar with, especially making entries in the market. That is the reason why Royalq decided to put it in its artificial intelligence as a trading platform. They looked at it and they saw that it is one of the best indicators out there. So that's why it is available in our Royalq robot, right? So you should understand why MACD. So let's make use of this indicator properly so that we can also facilitate our entry and exit in the market. All right. So let's get into sharing of the screen and then we look at the MACD indicator and then probably we can have some question and answer session at the end if people will still be hanging with some other issues when it comes to what we are looking at tonight. Okay, so are we ready? Can I share my screen? Are you ready? Can I share my screen? Are you ready? Can I share my screen? Let me see. Can I share my screen? Are you ready? Can I share my screen? Can I share my screen? Are you ready? Can I share my screen? Let me see. Give me a yes if you are ready. Give me a yes if you are ready. Give me a yes if you are ready. Okay. All right. All right. I can see some reactions. Okay. Let's get into it. All right. Here we go. Let me bring the screen here. Okay, is my screen sharing now? Is my screen sharing now? Is my screen sharing now? Is my screen sharing? I think it is sharing. All right. So let's come here to trading view application. Let me bring the mother coin here. Let me bring the mother coin here. All right, let me bring the mother coin here. Where is Bitcoin? Here is Bitcoin. All right, guys. Yeah, things are happening. Okay. But I think this time around I'm gonna stay. I think this time around I'll be able to stay. Okay. Every time when I try to bring my screen, then I get out of the Zoom. So I think I'll be able to stay this time around. Please just allow me to share screen. Just allow me to share screen. Yes, I want to share my screen so that we can finish this lesson for today. Can I share my screen? Okay. The host or my co-host, please just allow me to share screen. Yes. They said I should relocate to Nairobi. There is good network in Nairobi. People are telling me to relocate to Nairobi. There's a very good network there. Yes. I'll ask Leader Julius to do that first before I come. I'll ask Leader Julius to do that before I come because we are having the same problem. Yes, I saw this in the morning. He was looking for a network provider, a network service provider. So there is an application, Coach Julius. They said in Nairobi there is a very good network there. So I think Leader Julius must come and test that, then I will follow. All right. Thank you so much for the invitation. We will look into it. Yeah, we'll look into it. Yes. All right. Coach Julius, are you here? I just needed to share my screen. Can you allow me to do so? Yes, 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 yes. Allow me to share screen, not to show my video. Yes. I want to share my screen, not to show my video. So you can just go to the settings, yes, so that you can allow me to share my screen. Let me check. Oh, it's only the host, and the host seems like he's busy. Let me tag him. Let me tag him. Let me tag him. Yes, just a moment. Okay, all right, I'm back. I'm back. Okay, let me proceed. I think this time around I will stay. I got a feeling that I'm going to stay. Yes. So I'm not leaving the Zoom this time around. I'm very sure. I'm very sure. I have borrowed a very strong village people. I've borrowed a very strong village people. Yes. Let me bring my applications here. Yes. Okay, let's come here to trading view. And then we look at the MACD. How do we maximize the MACD indicator in our Royalq robot? Okay, that's what we are going to look at tonight. Making provisions for this amazing indicator. Yes, I love to use this indicator a lot. Yeah, it helps me a lot. Okay, so is my screen visible? Can you see my screen, ladies and gentlemen? If my screen is visible, give me a 1. If my screen is visible, give me a 1. If your screen looks so small, just double tap on your phone. All right. If your screen looks so small, double tap on your screen so that you are able to see these thin lines that I'm sharing on the screen. Otherwise, you're gonna need some magnifying glasses so that you are able to see them. So just double tap on your screen to enlarge the outlook of your screen. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, what you are seeing on your screen over there, it is the MACD indicator. So the MACD indicator, it is one of the indicators that are embedded in Royalq app. So we are using it to enter the market with our first buy-in amount. So let us have a look at this indicator. First of all, the MACD, it is an abbreviation. Okay, it is an abbreviation. The M stands for moving. The A stands for average. The C stands for convergence. And the D stands for divergence. So we are having moving averages, okay? We are having moving averages. When they are moving these averages, sometimes they do converge, okay? They do converge, which is the C, and sometimes also they diverge, like they are moving from each other. They are moving away from each other. These moving averages, so you can see we do have the moving average in blue color, and we are having the moving average in orange color. So these are two moving averages that converges when they are moving, but also at a certain time, they also diverge, right? So when they are moving, when they are moving or they are making these convergences and divergences, they create what we call crossovers. Okay? They create what we call crossovers. These two lines which are moving averages. The blue one is the one which is called the MACD line, the blue one. Okay? The blue one, it is called the MACD line. The orange one, it is called the signal line. It is called the signal line. Let me delete. Aha. This is the signal line. Okay. It is a moving average. But here it works as a signal line. All right, the blue one is the one which is called the MACD line. Seems like this one is the owner of the game, if you were to say it that way. The blue one, right? So these two lines which are moving averages, if you are able to see the setting, you discover here on top, it is showing there is 12 and 26, meaning to say this blue line is a 12 moving average. It looks at the previous 12 candles. Are we together? It looks at the previous 12 candles. This other moving average is a moving average of 26, which is the signal line. It looks at the previous 26 candles. So if I may ask a question, a line that looks at 12 candles and a line that looks at 26 candles, which one can move faster than the other? Give me an answer in the chat. A line that looks at only 12 candles and another one monitors 26 candles. All right, which one is supposed to move faster than the other? Let me come in the chat. I want to see. I like to engage. I like to engage so that we are moving together. Yes, we are moving together. Yes. So obviously, it is the 12 moving average. It is the one that moves faster than the 26 moving average, right? So now, when these two moving averages, they are moving, okay? They normally cross each other, especially the blue line is the one that makes crossover. It will cross over the orange line to go to the upper side. It will also cross over and come down the orange line. All right. So you are going to find out. Okay, let me do this. Okay, let me bring this other part here. Okay, so when the blue line crosses, the orange line, like what happened here, okay? Whenever the blue line comes from the bottom and cross the orange line to start moving above it, can you see? It is moving above the orange line. This is the orange line. So the blue line is moving above it, but it started from here when it crossed, right? So when it crosses and start moving above it, that crossover that has happened, it is called a golden cross. A golden cross. Yes. So this is a golden cross that happened here. When the blue line crosses over the orange line, which is the signal line, to start moving above it. So when this blue line crosses over and then start moving above it, it simply means on top here, when you look at the candles, if I may shift, if I may do this way, okay? If I may bring the market somewhere here, all right? So that you can have a look at the candles on top here, okay? If I may draw a line here, ladies and gentlemen, if I may do this, yes, if I may do this, if I can bring a line and draw here, all right? If I can draw a line here where this MACD made a crossover going up there, okay? It may not be a straight line, but if I can use the tools, you see it's gonna be a straight line. But you can see that from here, when the blue line made a golden cross, and then you check up here, you can see there was a shift. There was an increase. The price started to go up. So what the point that I'm trying to make is this. Whenever the blue line makes a crossover to the upper side, it means here price is going up of that particular asset. Every time the blue line makes a crossover to start moving above the orange line, Here, the market in terms of price, it is shifting. As you can see, there was a shift in terms of price. The market went up, right? So that's what normally happens with this blue line when it makes a crossover to the upper side. What about when it makes a crossover to the downside? Let us look at it. All right. Let us look at it. Whenever this blue line makes a crossover to the downside, what normally happens? Okay. What normally happens? Is there a change in terms of price? Okay. Every time when the blue line crosses to come below the orange line, is there a shift? Does it show a movement of price whether to the downside or to the upper side? But let us look at the downside part of it. When the blue line crosses and then start moving below the orange line, you will see that there is a drop in terms of price. If you are to look up there, you are going to see that there was a downtrend over there, whether it was a retracement. Okay. My screen looks small, but if I can enlarge it, you are going to see that from the point where this line started to move below, okay, you are going to see up here, you are going to see up there that there was that downtrend. Okay, the price started to drop. The price started to drop when this line was moving below the orange line. So this is an indication, okay, that is going to help us to enter the market at the right time, as well as exiting the market at the right time with the help of this indicator. That's why Royalq put this indicator in its platform so that it can help us to enter the market at the right time. Now, which one is the right time to enter the market? The right time to enter the market, it is when the MACD, which is the blue line, makes a crossover to the upper side, which is called a golden cross. I hope you are following. The right time to instruct our robot to enter the market, it is when a golden cross is happening in that particular asset that you are trying to set. Now, it has become easy and simple that the robot is able to monitor the crossing over of the golden cross, which is a MACD crossing over to the upper side. So the robot is able to monitor this when it is happening in the asset that you are trying to set. So that when a golden cross happens, is when the robot is going to enter the market for the first time on your behalf. As I said, whenever a golden cross happens, there is confidence that high possibility of winning that trade is available. Ladies and gentlemen, we are saying that when we are using the MACD to enter the market with our Royalq robot, high chances of winning that trade are there, simply because the MACD is a lagging indicator. It does not just make a crossover. Whenever it makes a crossover, indeed there is a shift in terms of price. But today we are talking about sniping the market. We want to take small take profit repeatedly. Yes, we don't want to stay longer in the market, but our sniping of the market should be triggered by the golden cross of MACD. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Now, that is these two lines. These two lines, the MACD line and the signal line. If you have understood these two lines, give me a yes in the chat. I just want to explain two things. Then after that, we go to Royalq and then set a trade using the MACD indicator. If you have understood, give me a yes. If you have understood about those two moving averages, the MACD as well as the signal line, if you have understood those two lines, how they react to the market, how they react to the price, give me a yes in the chat. Give me a yes in the chat. All right. Okay. So let us look at two more things that are hidden in the MACD. The MACD indicator is also having some support to confirm of what is happening in the market. It does not work alone. It has also other components which are called the MACD histograms. Let me push this market to the top and then bring the MACD down here so that we are able to look at these histograms. Okay, so when you look at this MACD indicator, you are going to see that when these two lines, the moving average of 12 and the moving average of 26, when they are moving up and down, they don't just move, they move on a line. There is a line here, okay? There is a line here. If you are to look closely, there is a zero line there. Yes, there is a zero line here. So these two lines, sometimes they will be moving above the zero line, as you can see here. The zero line is below. These two lines are moving above the zero line. Sometimes these two lines, they will come and start moving below the zero, like here. Can you see here? They came below the zero line. Can you see, ladies and gentlemen? Here. Can you see these two lines? They are below. Now TradingView is busy advertising now. They want me to subscribe. They are not sleeping. They want me to subscribe. I must have a free advert platform. Not now. Okay. The free version is still okay with me. Yeah. So I'm saying the MACD line as well as the signal line, sometimes they move below the zero line, sometimes they move above the zero line. What I'm explaining here, Royalq has set it in its robot about the MACD. So when we go there, when I tell you that you need to instruct your robot so that it enter the market when a MACD is crossing over the signal line below the zero or above the zero, you should be able to understand what does that mean. Are we together? So here is the zero line that divide these two mountains. Yes, there are mountains here. Can you see something like clouds? These are called MACD histograms. So these MACD histograms, they also agree, or they also confirm what is happening above here in terms of the price. Now we do have the green histograms. These green histograms, they only grow above the zero line. They signify market movement to the upper side, or they signify upward movement. When you see the green histograms starting to appear, you should know that indeed an upward movement of price has been confirmed. As you can see here, when the MACD made a crossover here, okay, then you are able to see green histograms appearing here. Yes, so the green histograms, they confirm upward movement of price, right? Not only that, they also tell you how much volume is in that particular trade session. Can you see? Can you see here? Okay. Can you see here? These histograms, they are looking like bars. Let me try to enlarge them so that you are able to see closely what I'm talking about. Can you see? They are looking like bars. Okay? They are looking like bars. So each and every bar here, each and every bar here, can you see the sizes of the bars are different? Okay? So each and every bar here represents a candle up here. Let me pull the candles and bring them here. Let me pull the candles and bring them here. Yes, let me pull the candles and bring them here. So each and every bar here of the MACD represents a candle. If the candle is in the 4-hour time frame, it means that, okay, it means that, where is my, okay, I was looking for this. Let me do some drawings here so that you are able to see what I'm talking about. Let me bring a vertical line. Okay, look at this, where I have put the dotted line. Here, up here, there is a candle. Can you see this candle? This histogram. This candle, this histogram. This candle, this histogram. So you can see that from this level, the market is going up. It is not coming down. Yes, they are red candles, but it is an upward movement of the market if you are able to see that. So every histogram here represents a candlestick up here. So if this candlestick is for 4 hours, it means the trade session was for 4 hours. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is that clear with the green histograms? Is that clear with the green histograms? Is that clear? Is that clear? Give me a yes if it is clear with the green histograms. Is it clear? This is just extra information. Yes, it is the extra information. It is extra information. Okay? Yes, it has nothing to do with Royalq, because Royalq is doing all this on your behalf. Okay? So we want you to be a better trader. You can even trade other financial markets. Okay? The information that we are sharing here, you can use them to trade other financial markets. All right? That's why we are trying to bring an expansion of the teaching. All right. Let's come to the green histograms again. There is one thing hanging. Now, when the pressure or when the volume is reducing, when the price is trying to come down, okay? Can you see these candles that were coming here? You can see the histograms that were developing here, okay? It means that the pressure is decreasing. When the pressure is decreasing, the green candles, they change to light green. It is telling you that the volume is decreasing a bit. Yes. So you are going to see the development of light green candles. When these light green candles start to grow, after that, they become smaller and smaller and smaller. It means that that particular force is getting out of the market. Let me support my explanation. What do I mean? What do I mean? Okay, let me bring you here. Let me bring you here and support my statement. And support my statement. Okay? Can you see here? Can you see here when this power was getting out of the market? Okay? It started with light green candles. All right? Then after that, the light green candles, they couldn't hold anymore. They started becoming smaller and smaller. As a result, you can see when the last light green candle appeared, when it completed, then another one could not come, but a red histogram appeared. Then it signified that what you are seeing over there. Are you able to differentiate the two now? This signifies volume. When the volume is reducing for buyers, remember these are buyers. The green candles, yes, is for buyers. So this signifies volume for buyers. When the volume is reducing, you are going to see the presence of light green candles. It means the volume is no longer there for buyers. As a result, the volume that is coming is for sellers, which is the red histogram. So you are able to see what happened there. This is a downward movement. If I may do like this, can you see what happened? Can you see these clouds when they appeared here? When they build up here, the green clouds. Can you see what happened here in the price? The price went down. Then after that, when these red clouds started to lose their power with the presence of light red histograms, then the appearance of histograms again came, and then the price went up, right? So these green histograms and red histograms, they also move on the zero line. Only the green develops above the zero, only the red develops below the zero, but it is all about volume. So they can guide you. Whenever you see red, it means volume is decreasing. Okay? Volume is decreasing, price is going down. Whenever you see green, it means volume is increasing for buyers and price is going up. So these two lines, they are also helped by the histograms to bring extra information about the price. Is this clear before we go to Royalq and set? Is this clear before we go to Royalq and then instruct the robot so that it can enter when a golden cross is happening in the MACD? Is this clear, ladies and gentlemen? Is this clear? Is this clear? This is extra information like I've been indicating. This is just extra information. It has nothing to do with Royalq because Royalq will do this on your behalf. But I want you to know what Royalq is doing. When they say we are entering the market on your behalf using MACD, what does MACD do? Okay, thank you so much for understanding. So let's come here now. Let's come and open the Royalq robot, right? Yes. Money is flowing into the market. Money is flowing into the market. All right. So this is our Royalq platform where we set trades. All right. Where we set trades. My focus here, it is not to show you margin configuration settings. My focus here, it is not about giving you a direction on how much capital should you allocate to a particular trade. No. My focus here is to show you when you are doing your settings, where do you include the MACD so that the robot can pick that trade using MACD, right? That is my main focus here. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? If we are together, give me a yes again. I'm saying we are going to Royalq so that I can show you where do you include the MACD so that the trade that you are setting can be activated when a golden cross is happening. That is the main focus for tonight. Are we together? I've got a couple of yeses. So let me go with those yeses for now. Right. So now let us open any other coin. I'm going to pick randomly the first one, which is having a high percentage in terms of performance. Okay, in terms of performance, I'm going to pick the first coin here. All right, so we are setting it up. I want you to see. I want you to see how do you set the MACD indicator. All right, so here we are. I tap, I understand. Now, when you come to Royalq, you are going to see that we do have a couple of indicators. Okay, we do have a couple of indicators. We do have the moving average as an indicator. We do have the Bollinger Bands as an indicator. We've got an indicator that helps us to see volume, how much volume is in that particular coin, okay, or in that particular trade session. All right, and we do have the MACD over here. We do have the KDJ over there, and we do have the RSI over there. Now, these first three indicators, it is just to give us an overview of what is happening over here in terms of moving averages, Bollinger Bands, and volume. These three indicators, it is just for us to look, to have an overview of what is happening over here. But these three last indicators, they are the ones that we are going to use them, that this trade should be triggered with. Is that clear, ladies and gentlemen? When you open any other coin, you're gonna land on this first page where you see candles. At the bottom of these candles, you are going to see the moving average indicator. Okay, this is an indicator. This is an indicator. This one is also is an indicator. But they only help us to look at what is happening here. They don't help us to enter the market. No. Okay, we cannot set these ones to help us enter the market, but just to look of what is happening. Now, let me activate them so that you are able to see. When you activate them, how do they look? Okay, so this is the moving average. I want to tap on the moving average and see what is going to happen over here. Okay, when I put the moving average indicator. Okay, can you see now? Can you see what has happened there? If I tap like this, it means I have moved the indicator. Okay, when I tap, it has come in the chart, which is the candles. So it means what you see here, it is a moving average indicator. Okay, so we are not teaching about the moving average indicator. There is a time that we teach about these three lines. What do they do? Okay, when they cross each other, which one should you use to enter the market when a cross has happened? As you can see that these three lines, they normally cross. Okay, especially the bottom one, which is the yellow one, right? So I'm not talking about the moving average today, but I want you to see that you can use these indicators to help you have an overview of what is happening here. So this is the moving average, right? So let me remove the moving average and then bring the Bollinger Bands. That is the Bollinger Bands. It looks familiar with the moving average. Okay, the Bollinger Bands. It looks familiar with the moving average. All right, the only difference is how do they work. All right, so that's the Bollinger Bands. And here we do have the volume. When I tap on the volume, you're going to see an extra layer of indicator down here, because what you are seeing down here, it is the MACD indicator. It is written here. It is the MACD. This one is the MACD, right? But now when I tap volume, you are going to see another extra indicator below the MACD, this one. It shows you how much volume. Okay? Yes. So this is the volume indicator, right? So this one is the MACD indicator, the one that we were talking about. It is It is here. It is here. Okay. The MACD indicator is right there. Okay. And we do have the KDJ. Okay, we do have the KDJ as an indicator as well as the RSI. So these three, they are the ones that we can set them so that the Royalq robot can only take a trade, especially entering the first time with our first buy-in amount using these indicators. So we are looking at MACD. Is this clear? Did I open your eyes on those indicators? Did I open your eyes on those indicators? Because probably some we were just looking at it as decorations. Those are indicators. Yes, though you cannot enlarge them to look big so that you are able to see properly, but they give you a direction. How much volume is in that particular trade? All right. We can teach them in detail using the trading view so that we can enlarge them and show you how do you use those indicators. To those that are attending our morning trainings, the technical analysis class, yeah, you'll be able to learn, or probably you have already learned about it because we teach about the indicators. So some of the indicators are these ones, the Bollinger Bands, the moving averages, all right? Okay, so let me finish up now. Let's employ the MACD so that the robot can enter the market using the MACD indicator. Now, let me come here. I said that we want to snipe the market. When we are sniping the market, we are not looking in a bigger picture of the market. Here on top here, there is time frame. This area, it is for time frame. Okay? You are looking at these candles in what time frame? This is where it is highlighted. It means these candles over here, they are in 4 hours time frame. Each and every candle here, it is taking 4 hours to complete. So we are looking at a bigger picture of the market. This 4 hour, it is a bigger picture of the market. If I change it to 15 minutes, it is changing to 15 minutes. You are going to see a different outlook of the same market, but in a smaller picture. When I say let the robot enter the market in 15 minutes time frame, it does not mean that the robot is going to enter after 15 minutes is completed. No. But the robot will be looking at this market in a 15 minutes picture. How the market is performing in 15 minutes. Is a golden cross happening in the 15 minutes picture of the market? If it is yes, let the robot enter in this time frame of 15 minutes. Are we together, ladies and gentlemen? When we say entering the market in 15 minutes, entering the market in 4 hours, it does not mean that the robot is going to close that trade within 4 hours. But it is looking for an opportunity to enter in a picture of 15 minutes, in a picture of 4 hours. Okay? So if there is a golden cross in MACD happening in a picture of 15 minutes, let the robot enter the market. That's what we are talking about. Is the issue of the time frame making sense? Is the issue of the time frame making sense? Is it making sense? Give me a yes if it is making sense. Because you will think that when the robot takes the trade in 15 minutes, it means it is going to complete it in 15 minutes. No, it's not like that. But it is looking for an opportunity that is happening in a smaller picture of the market. So if there is a golden cross that is happening in 15 minutes, let the robot enter the market. Because there is another crossover, golden cross, that is happening in 4 hours. We don't want that one. We want the robot to look for a golden cross that is happening in 15 minutes time frame. Hey, Davis, it means you are coming late in this Zoom. Because in Royalq, I'm not going to show you the golden cross. It is so small. It's very, very, very... I cannot enlarge screen here. Okay? And Royalq is using different colors. This is the MACD indicator. This one here at the bottom. Okay? This is the MACD indicator. So there is this yellow or orange? I'm not familiar with colors. So you can see there is this orange color here, whether it is yellow, whatever you call it. And there's this other line here. Yes. What color is this one? What color is this? What color is this? Because this color and this color here, they are the same. What color is that one? Colors of the rainbow. Colors of the rainbow. Is that purple? Is that purple? Where are ladies? Where are ladies? You know, I trust ladies when it comes to colors. I don't trust gentlemen when it comes to colors. Gentlemen are clueless when it comes to colors. Is that purple, guys? Is that purple? Eh? Let me bring it back. Guys, between this one and this one, which one is purple? Between this one and this one, which one is purple here? I mean, I don't know these colors. I don't know these colors. Is it purple? Somebody says wine. Oh my goodness. Below is purple. Lower line is purple. Hey, the down one is purple. The down one is purple. Okay. All right. So what I was trying to say is, remember when I was talking about my MACD in trading view, I was using blue. There were blue color and then orange color. Okay. So I don't want you to get confused when you come here. But nevertheless, there is no need for confusion because Royalq is the one that is entering the market for you. So you're not going to look for the golden cross by yourself. The robot is going to look for the golden cross on your behalf. But just for a matter of understanding, when you open your Royalq robot and open a coin, you should be able to know what are these things that are appearing here. Okay, that's why we are explaining these things. But you are not going to use them to enter the market. It is the robot that's going to do that. Unless you are doing it manually. You want to enter a trade manually by yourself. It means now you are on a level where you do not wait for signals. You can analyze the market by yourself. All right. So you can see that these two lines, they cross each other. Okay. They cross each other. There's some golden cross and death cross happening here. All right. So let's come down here. We want to create this particular trade. I'm going to tap on create so that we proceed. Okay. That other one was extra information. So let's proceed to create this particular trade so that we get done. Okay. So when you want to do some settings, obviously you need to tap on trade setting. All right. Whenever you open each and every coin, then you land on this page. Don't tap activate. No, you still need to do some settings in the robot. Okay, how do you want the robot to take instructions? When you are trading or when you are setting that coin for the first time, normally this page appears. You are going to see smart create on the left, manual create on the right. So you tap on manual create. I'm saying this to new people that are new in business. Yes, when you open the trade, trying to set it up, you normally pass via here. If the coin is new, when I say the coin is new, I'm simply saying you are taking that coin for the first time. You have never traded it before using your Royalq robot. Okay, that's what I mean when I say the coin is new. But whenever you have been trading that coin a couple of times, this page does not appear, right? So we are manually creating our robot. That's what we are doing. So I'm gonna tap on manual create. Okay. So ladies and gentlemen, I said that I'm not gonna talk about parameters. Yes, parameter settings. I'm not gonna talk about all these things. No, I want you to look at where do we bring in the MACD. So I'm assuming that all these things are set. Okay, so I said we are sniping the market. Maximum you can take when it comes to sniping the market using the 15 minutes time frame of golden cross, it should be 1.5%. We are sniping the market. We don't want to stay longer. Okay, so we are taking small take profit, but repeatedly. So here, when it comes to your take profit, this should be the maximum. Okay, it should start from 1% to 1.5% take profit. We want to enter as many times as we can because 1.5 is easy to achieve and get out of the market. All right? Yes. So let's come here. Down here, there is extra icon that says advanced setting, and it is optional. The reason why it is optional, you can trade without this setting. Yeah, you can decide to use it or not to use it. That's why it is optional. So we want to use it so that we can set the MACD indicator. So the MACD indicator settings are found here on advanced settings. So when you tap on it, then you see extra layer of setting. Okay, extra layer of setting under advanced setting. Okay, yes. So we want our first buy-in amount to be triggered by the robot using the MACD. That's why here it says first buy triggering condition. How do we want the robot to take a entry into the market? What should trigger the robot to make a first buy? It should be the MACD. That's why here it says trigger price. How do we want it? Okay, so when you tap on trigger price here, you are going to see this. Okay, you are going to see this. So if you don't want the trigger price to be triggered by RSI, KDJ, MACD, you just leave it on trigger price. It means you are not using these extra layers. Okay, you are not using these extra layers. That's why you see here the trigger price has been ticked. Okay, so we want to enter the market using the MACD. So I'm going to activate MACD here. I'm going to tap on it. The moment I tap MACD, the golden cross we were talking about, it appears immediately. Here is the golden cross. Can you see it? Can you see the zero line? Can you see the zero line, ladies and gentlemen? Give me a yes. If you can see the golden cross and the zero line we were talking about in the MACD indicator, if you are able to see them, give me a yes in the chat. If you are able to see them, give me a yes in the chat. If you are able to see them, give me a yes in the chat. The golden cross and the zero line. Okay, let's finish it up. We are almost to the end. So what you only need to do here is that you choose which golden cross do you want the robot should look at. There is a golden cross that happens above the zero line. There is a golden cross that happens below the zero line. If you remember when I was talking about the zero line, there is a golden cross above, golden cross below. That is the reason why there is a zero here. The use of this zero is to choose which golden cross do you want. Now, when you tap on this zero, then you are going to see that there is a golden cross below the zero and there is a golden cross above the zero. The one which is below the zero, is this one that is pointing this way. Okay? The one above the zero is the one pointing this direction. So this one is above the zero line. This one is below the zero line. So when you choose one of these, the robot will start monitoring. So when a golden cross is happening above, the robot will enter first time with your first buy-in amount. When a golden cross is happening below the zero line, the robot will enter first time using your first buy-in amount. Now, once the robot has entered first time using your first buy-in amount, the margin calls now. Remember, the margin calls. Sometimes after entering, the market can go down. Yes. After entering the market using the MACD, sometimes the market can go down. That's why we are having margin calls here. So the robot will start buying these margin calls after entering using the MACD, and then the price goes against us. It goes down. So the buying of the margin calls is not triggered by the MACD. The MACD only help us to enter the market at the right time, because when a golden cross is happening, it is the right time to enter the market because the price is changing direction to the upper side. Yes. So we want to utilize this moment when price is rising. That's when we want to enter the market, because there are higher chances that this trade is going to be delivered. Yes, if it happens that the market goes against us, then we do have plan B. We've got a backup of margin calls, but our focus is to enter here when price is trying to go up so that we collect our 1.5 and get out before price goes down. Because we have seen that in most cases, when the MACD makes a crossover, price changes. Yes, so it's not difficult for us to achieve 1.5, 1.3. It is easy. So we want these golden cross that are happening in the robot. So let's complete now. We have put the MACD indicator. Okay, we have put the MACD indicator. If you choose strategy mode to be cycle, okay, if you want to trade in a cycle, it means that when this trade is completed, right, listen to me, when you're trading in a cycle using MACD indicator, once the robot closes this trade, okay, it will be monitoring again until another golden cross happens in this coin. The robot will automatically, are you getting me? because you are trading in a cycle. So once the robot sells, it will be planning to enter again. But that entry, it should also triggered by MACD golden cross. That is a cycle. But when you are doing one shot, once the robot closes this trade, then it is out completely. Okay, so when you are asking me questions, should I trade in a cycle? Should I trade in a short? Now I'm explaining to you, when you deciding to cycle the trade, what will be happening? When you decide to trade in one shot, what are you doing to the coin? Is that clear? So once everything is set here, don't worry about these other things down here. They are not important. The only thing is this. Okay, set this is either below or above. Then after that, you confirm. You save these settings. You save. Right? You save. All right? Yes. And somebody will be asking, should I use whole warehouse? Should I use sub-bin mode? Should I use a sub-bin mode real-time settlement? I'm not explaining that today. Yes, we always explain when you trade in whole warehouse mode, when you trade in sub-bin mode, when you trade in sub-bin mode real-time settlement. Yes, what are you simply saying? What are you simply doing to the robot? Right? When you tap here, you can see these types of modes. We normally explain this, but I'm not explaining them today. So we do have 3 of them here, right? I'm sure you are familiar with these. So I'm just doing for training purposes. I'm just doing for training purposes. Okay, my cursor has disappeared. Let me do, I'm gonna stop sharing screen and I'll come back so that I can bring my cursor. Okay. So far, so good. Anyone with a question to where we are? 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 What is the waiting time to reach a golden cross? It is not you who is going to wait. Matthew, just follow the instruction. The robot is the one that will be waiting. Yes. And the robot does not control the price so that the MACD golden cross can happen. Its duty is only to monitor the price. So whenever a MACD is happening, it's when it's going to enter the market. So there is no time frame to it. That's why you are going to set many coins. You're not going to set one. You're going to set many coins so that you are standing a high chance of the robot picking a trade. All right, because if you only set one, you may not know when the MACD will happen. But if you set many, it means you are giving the robot high chances, right? What is better, 0, above 0, or below 0? All of them, they are good. All of them, they are good. The only difference is that when a golden cross happens above the 0, the price pumps, okay? When a golden cross happens above the 0, the price, in most cases, it pumps in that time frame. Okay, but all of them, they are good. Is that okay? Esteli. Esteli. Is it Esteli or Esteli? Yes. All of them, they are good. You cannot set a MACD in a running trade. The trade is already running. It is already activated. So there is no use for you to set a MACD there. because the MACD is for you to enter the market first time. So you have already entered the market. So there's no need for you to set a MACD there. You do not set an exit price. Sauda, I'm not teaching about how to set an exit price. Yes, you can do that in Royalq. It means you set a selling price. Instead of you putting a take profit percentage, you put in a price that the robot should sell when the price reaches there. That's what we call exit price. When you open your Royalq robot, okay? Instead of you putting a take profit percentage, you put in a selling price, okay? You put in a selling price. When the robot should exit the market, that's where you say it. So I'm not teaching that today. We normally use the profit, the take profit. Yeah, we normally use the take profit. But if you want to set a price, you set the selling price in the robot. Okay? You set the selling price in the robot. I'm not doing that today. I don't want to confuse you. I'm going to do it another time. Yes. Flora does not understand which one is below, which one is above. Flora, this one here. Look here, Flora. Flora, are you looking at your screen? When you tap on the zero, here is the zero, Flora. This is the zero, okay? So when you tap on the zero, you are going to see this. There are two zeros. This one, let me use my pen. This one and this one. So this one below here, this one below, okay? It is above. This is our line. This is our above zero. This one is our below zero. Because this is the line, the dividing line, which is a zero line. So this one below, it is above. This one above is below. Okay? For you to see them, for you to identify them easily, look at this thing and this thing. The one that is pointing forward, it is above. The one that is pointing backward, it is below. So this one is below, this one is above. Flora, is that clear, Flora? Did I answer your question? Is that clear? I want Flora to confirm in the chat. Hey. Hey, Joyce is commanding me. Hey, Joyce is commanding me. Answer my question. Joyce is commanding me. He's not even asking. Answer my question. Yes. Joyce is commanding me. Answer my question. Joyce, here is your answer now. You said I should explain cycle. I said that when you are trading in a cycle, okay, whether you are using the MACD or you're not using the MACD to enter the market, but when you are using cycle strategy here, it means that if you set your take profit to be 1.3, for example, when the price resurrects above your entry price where the robot has entered the market, and then it goes above it, and then it reaches 1.3, it means that the robot is going to sell and take this profit. When it sells and take this profit, where it has sold, okay, the price at which the robot has sold and give you this profit, it is going to buy again. Okay? It is going to buy again. That's what we call cycle. You are cycling the trade. The same coin, the robot will be buying and selling without stopping. That's what it means, cycle. But now, when you are trading cycle and then you are using MACD, it is different situation now. Are you getting me? Who was it? Joyce? Was it Joyce? Yes. When you are trading now, cycle, but using MACD, when the robot sells and gives you 1.3%, it is not going to enter the market same time. Okay, that's the only difference. It is not gonna enter the market immediately after it has sold. It will wait because there is a condition of triggering the price. So it will wait for another golden cross to happen. So it will be monitoring at the back. Immediately when another golden cross happens, it is going to cycle that trade. The same coin, it will enter again because you are cycling it. Madam Joyce, did I answer your question? Did I answer your question when you were asking me to repeat about cycle? Margaret is learning, is asking. Kindly answer my question too. Let me find out from Joyce first before before she commands me. Joyce, did I answer your question? Joyce, where are you? Did I answer your question now? I don't want to leave. I don't want to answer another question before we are done. Yes, I don't want issues. I want to answer someone's question that I did not answer. Margaret, where is your question? Let me check. Margaret says I did not answer her question. Where is Margaret? Margaret, where did you ask your question? Oh, here, okay. I have realized that when you cancel an already set trade, you can't trade the coin normally until it peaks and sells. Is there a way out? Margaret, that is true. When you are in, you are in. You see this one. When your robot has bought, yes, let me bring my robot here. Let me save this one. Let me save this one. So I want to activate this one. I want to answer the question of Margaret. So I have activated this trade. Okay. I have activated this trade. It is active, but the robot has not yet bought. It is only waiting for this to happen. Can you see the current status? Current status, it says waiting for MACD trigger to make first buy. Do you understand now? Waiting for MACD trigger to make what? First buy. But here it is activated. So when I pause this one, when I tap pause this one, okay, it means I have canceled it. When I tap pause, it means I have canceled this trade because it is not yet picked. But once it is picked, once the robot puts in some money, I cannot cancel. When I tap on pause, I'm not canceling it. What am I doing? I am pausing the trade. I am pausing the trade. So the robot was not meant, when they made the robot, they told the robot according to the software that you are not going to sell in a loss unless the owner tells you to do so. Are you getting Margaret? When Royalq was designed, it was designed in a way that when you activate a trade, the only way for the robot to leave that trade, it should come with results, meaning to say it should sell. If it does not sell, it will never come home. Okay? So it is you. When you see that this robot is not selling, I want to sell and get out, especially when you are floating in loss, then you're going to come here and use the sell button. Because you don't want the robot to complete the trade. So you can use this sell button to get out. If you want to sell in a loss or you want to sell in a profit, let's say that you did 33% take profit. But when you check here, when you check up here, okay, when you check here on profit rate here, you did 33. Now when you check here, you discover that there is 2%. The robot is not going to sell, it is waiting for your 3. But you said, no, man, 2% is enough. I want to sell manually. Then you can use the sell button. Or the other way around, you come here and change the 3 that you put here. If you put 3%, you come and edit and put your 2. While you are already in 2% profit, you come and put 2 here and then you save. Then the robot is going to trigger a selling price. It will take that profit out. Then you are out. Is that clear, Margaret? That is the only way out. That is the only way out. The robot cannot sell in a loss. If you want to sell in a loss and get out, then use the sell button. That's the only way out. Margaret, did I answer your question? Did I answer your question, Margaret? Hey, Mustafa. Yes, it is good. It is good to have a bigger first buying amount. That is if you are having good capital. Okay? But I'm not going to recommend you to have small margin call because the robot does not control the market. I'm not going to agree with you on the small margin call because anything can happen. But yes, you can use a bigger first buy-in amount if your capital is good enough. You can use a bigger first buy-in amount. You can use the death cross when you are trading futures. Anaclate. You can use the death cross when you are trading futures. Remember, futures is when the price is going down. Yes, when the price is going down, it's when we trade futures. We trade the down, both the down and the upward. In futures market, we trade the upward and the downward market together. So you can use the death cross when you're trading futures. Okay. So Javan, I think I have answered your question already. Yes. When you're trading in a cycle using the MACD, does the robot enter after selling? Does it enter immediately? Okay, I have answered that question when I was explaining, I think, to Joyce. Okay, you stop a trade in a cycle by changing the cycle, the strategy mode. You come here, okay? If you were trading in a cycle, for example, can you see this trade is in a cycle? All right. So you don't want to cycle anymore. You're going to come here and tap one shot. You are changing now from cycle to one shot. So you're going to put it in a one shot so that whenever a sell has happened, the robot should not buy again. That's how you change it from cycle to one shot. You tap here, managing strategy. That's where you tap. You manage the strategy here. So you tap on one shot, then it is going to change. For example, if I tap there, you are going to see that one shot is activated above here. That's how you change from cycle to one shot. I think I have answered that question. Yes, some trust, yes. That's why it is called first buy. That's why it is called first buy. You can enter first time with $1,000. After it has bought with $1,000 first buy, then when it is buying your margin calls, you can come and edit. For example, here, okay? For example, here, when you check my trade settings, my first buying amount is $12. Okay? Once it has bought with $12 and I want to start it, I want the robot to buy my margin calls. When it is buying my margin calls, it should be using $10, not $12. So after it has entered the first time with 12, then I will come and tap on trade setting again and remove this 12 and put 10. Then I save these new settings, right? And then the robot will be using $10. But now, look here, guys. When you want to change first buy-in amount, okay? When you want to change first buy-in amount, especially when your margin call drops are small, make sure you use the AI margin call button. It should be on. Why? If your AI margin call button is not on and you are using first buy-in amount of $1,000, okay? When the robot enters first time with 1,000, the price can drop, okay? After it has bought with 1,000, the price can drop equal to your margin call drop. Let's say your first margin call drop is 0.2 as an example, okay? After it has entered immediately with 1,000, it can drop up to 0.2. And if this AI is not on, the robot is going to buy again. If there is money, if there is another 1,000 in your exchange, the robot is going to make use of it because now the margin call drop has been achieved. It will buy. Yet the other remaining balance, you kept it for the margin calls. You see now, you kept it for the 7 margin calls, right? So make sure when you are changing first buy-in amount, okay, your intention is to buy with the first buy and then you change it. Use the AI margin call to be on so that it prevents the buying of margin calls before time. Is that okay? Once it buys with 1,000 and then you come and change the trade setting, you remove the 1,000, you put your $50 or $10, then you save the new settings. After saving the new settings, then probably you can put this button off so that it can buy fast. That is if you are that way. But to prevent buying unnecessary before you change your first buying amount, switch on this AI margin call. Otherwise, you are going to cry. You're going to sweat plasma. You will see that the robot has put in all your money at once. Yes, it has taken money for margin calls and used it just for one margin call. Is that clear? Sam, is that clear? Did I answer your question, Sam? Okay. Thank you so much. Who else? Who else I did not answer their question and they are still here? Who else I did not answer their questions and they are still here? I don't want to go without answering someone's question. I think I have answered this question. Anaclet, the death cross and the golden cross. The golden cross is for the upward movement of the market. The death cross, it is the downward movement of the market. That's the difference. So when a death cross is happening, it means the MACD line is crossing the orange line, which is the signal line, to go down. When a golden cross is happening, it means the MACD line is crossing the signal line to go up. That's when a golden cross is created. So because we trade in the spot market, that's why we are looking for a golden cross. Yeah, Mustafa, you can ask ChatGTP. Yes, you can ask that AI ChatGPT. It's going to recommend questions, coins for you that you can use. That's why I was saying our work is becoming simpler and simpler. Even the trade settings, if you are not attending our Zoom trainings, we have found a simple way on how to do margin configurations. Yes, we are using ChatGPT, is helping us to come up with settings. Okay, how many of us are attending the training? How many of us are attending the training? Hey, Birungi, the robot will know. The robot will know that this is the golden cross and this is the death cross. Because here you activate golden cross. Royalq put in the golden cross here. Here, when you tap on advanced setting, here, can you see it is appearing golden here? Can you see it is appearing golden? Here is the golden cross. So the robot will know. Here, Birungi, here is golden cross. Currently, Royalq is only focusing on the golden cross of MACD. Okay, so the robot will know that a golden cross is happening. Which one? Above the zero line or below the zero line? It is able to know. Don't forget that this is a robot. It is an artificial intelligent robot. Yeah? This is a robot. Hey, attend the trainings. We teach you. Where is my ChatGTP? I just want to show you. If you think that we are joking, eh? ChatGPT, yes, GTP or GPT. All right, guys, our work is becoming simplified. All right, our work is coming simplified. I'm going to ask this robot here, this AI robot, please give me settings of $300 trading in Royalq. Trading in Royalq. You think we are joking here, guys? Can you see here, guys? Can you see what this robot is telling me? Do we have open position doubled in Royalq? Do we have open position doubled in Royalq? Do we have it? Give me an answer in the chat. This is ChatGPT. I asked the robot, give me a setting of $300 capital. It is telling me first buying amount $10. And it is explaining. It is explaining open position doubled off. It is telling me that margin call limit is 6. Whole position take profit, it is giving me this. Because It wants me to get out of the market fast. I should be collecting 1%, 1%. Have you seen this, guys? Whole position, take profit, callback. Buy in, callback. Sub position, take profit, callback. Here it is. Here it is. It is even recommending coins here. Coin selection. Coin selection. It is even recommending everything. We are teaching this in our Zoom trainings. The problem you are not attending. The problem you are not attending, you are not there. So when we are finding simplest ways how to trade with the Royalq robot, you are not there. Is that okay? Is that okay? Yeah, let's end here, guys. This is the 10. This is the 10 p.m. 11 p.m. Yes, 11 p.m. in East Africa Standard Time. The training is during the day. Gina, the training is during the day. We normally give that training. Sometimes in the technical analysis class, Leader Julius will just pass by. But mostly we do it 2 p.m. East African Standard Time, if I'm not sure. Yes. Leader Pali, am I correct with the time? I think it's 2 p.m. East African Standard Time. Right? So we are teaching all those simple things that you have been finding it difficult. Right. Okay. So let's end here. I think I have exhausted all the questions. Let's call it a night. Then we'll meet again next time. I hope you have learned something. Yes. Trade with care. Trade with care. Yes. Don't sleep too much. One day you'll wake up and find Bitcoin at $150,000. One day you wake up and find Bitcoin at $120,000. Today it reached 109. Yes. How much is left to get to 120? Guys, the bull run is coming. The bull run is coming. If you lost hope, then I don't know what to say to you. But we are here. Okay, guys, you have been awesome. Let me leave you to rest. It has been a long day for some of us, but we keep moving. Thank you for attending the training. We'll meet again next time. We love you all. Take care. And bye-bye for now. Yes.